My dad, Everett Chapel, was born in Tuckernuck, as was his sister, and they were in the house called the Norton House. His parents lived up there. Marietta Smith and Erastus Chapel were his parents. My mother's parents lived up there, and her grandparents lived up there. And they lived 500 yards apart, maybe. And they feuded. Her parents, her grandparents, and his parents, they all the people up there feuded constantly. But there was a schoolhouse up there, and my father went to school there for the first 6 years of schooling. I called my sister the other day, she lives in Illinois, and I said, you always claimed that we had 5 or 6 generations on Tuckernuck. Can you trace them for me? And we go back through the Smith and the Dunham side. They had big farms up there, huge farms up there, and with cows and a couple of horses and pigs and hens and all that sort of, and all the outbuildings that went with it, which show up in some pictures that I have. By the time I was living there, my father's parents were still living there year-round, and it was great. It was freedom like you never had anywhere in the world for children, because you could wander all over the place. The way that we could find out how to get home, the two houses side by side up there were my grandparents and Debbie Taylor's grandparents were side by side, and their two big cupolas stood next to each other. And most anywhere on the island you could look up and see those cupolas, and you knew how to get home. I was taken over there by the time I was 8 months old, and my brother and my sister were older than I, so they had been going over there, of course, before that. And we just had a wonderful life up there. People would say to my mother, well, your children miss so much living on an island like this. And she said, they don't miss a thing. She said, we read all the time, we play games together all the time, we do nature walks, we picnic, and the kids can swim all day long. There were 29 steps from the top of the bank in front of our house to the beach. And we could go down there in the morning and swim, and she'd call us back up for breakfast. Come afternoon, though, we had to nap on the porch. It was a veranda, because it had a roof over it. And we each had our own quilt, and we laid on the porch, and my mother would read to us. And the last thing that she was reading to us was Charles Dickens. She always claimed that just because we lived on Tuckernuck, we didn't have to live like heathens. And we always sat down to a dining room table with a tablecloth on it and cloth napkins, none of this paper stuff that we have today. And we always ate together, dinner at night.